Okay, woohoo! Guys, you made it. This is the last set of notes that you have to do on video. Unless you guys like doing these video notes. If you do, let me know. Okay, so last but not least, and also that's the colors. I went with what I wanted because last time I used black and gray and brown and my heart hurt. Okay, so today we are going to be doing our third lesson in Unit 3. We are going to be solving equations with distribution. I know distribution is our favorite, but while we're sitting and really wallowing in despair about it, let's go ahead and put our name and class period on the notes. Guess what, 3rd and 7th? I know you guys can't possibly imagine, but it's your turn. What? Everybody say, hey, 3rd and 7th. That is the worst B I've ever made in my life. Boo. Okay. Here we go. Okay, we are going to be using distribution. It's okay. You guys should have practiced it a little bit yesterday. Let's see how this goes. So, a little bit of review. A coefficient is the number part of the term. That means if I have negative x, well, let me just give some examples. If I have negative x, I could have x, I could have negative 3x, or I could have 1/2 x. Go ahead and write those down. Okay, I feel like these are the easy ones. I mean, it's pretty easy to say that the coefficient for negative 3x is negative 3. The coefficient for 1/2 x, remember guys, fractions are just numbers. They're okay. They don't hurt. Okay, those are pretty easy. I bet y'all know where we're going on this one. An invisible 1. Yep. So the coefficient there is 1. What about this one? The coefficient is negative 1. There we go. Okay. We also have terms, which we've talked about a little bit. A term is a number or variable or product of the above. Remember, when we're talking about products, we're talking about multiplication. Okay. Some examples of terms are 25. That's just a plain old number. 5a. Remember, that means 5 times a. Negative 7b g. Yep, that can be one because it means negative 7 times b times g. Or, did y'all know that jk is an expression or a term? Because it means j times k. I just blew some minds with that one. Go ahead and get caught up on those notes. And we're gonna hit the big time next, y'all. Okay, distribution is when you multiply the number outside of the parentheses, this is parentheses, by each term inside of the parentheses. So for example, if I have 7 times 2c minus 5, I can distribute that 7 and multiply it by my 2c and multiply it by my negative 5. First up, our favorite, the arrows. We love them. We love them. This guy turns into 7 times 2 times c plus, this is always going to be a plus in the middle. It's always going to be a plus. Plus, open parentheses, 7 times negative 5. Okay? 7 times 2 is a great moment for Desmos if you don't know it off the top of your head. Otherwise, it is 14c minus, because this is going to be a negative 35. So you could say plus minus 35. But then that plus minus, remember we talked about last time, does turn into 14c minus 35. And that's how you distribute. Remember these expressions, 7 times 2c minus 5 and 14c minus 35, those are equivalent. They mean the same thing. They're just written differently. Go ahead and get caught up on that one. Okay, so last time, well, this unit we started by looking at this addition subtraction. It's kind of the reverse of PEMDAS. Last time we did talk about combining like terms. We'll put a circle there so we know we talked about it, or like a smiley face, because we're not really going to be doing too much with that today. Today, though, we are adding in the last one on the list. We are distributing. A couple of things about distribution on our chart. We've got our arrows here. Y'all, that was the best I could do. In drawing, I'm not an artist, so whenever y'all are like, I can't draw, neither can I. And remember that just like combining like terms, distribution, it's saying the same thing. It's not changing the value, so it does not cross our equal sign. We don't do it on both sides. Well, we don't do it to both sides at the same time. We just keep it all on one side. It's when we get to our adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing that we go ahead and cross our equal sign. Go ahead and get caught up on those notes and meet me on the next page. Okay, let's see if we got it in us. What do y'all think? I believe in us. I believe in y'all. I don't know. It's almost 7 o'clock at night. I don't know what I believe in right now. I'm not going to lie. Okay, I believe my next color is dark green is what I do believe. Okay, so remember we're going to look for distribution, combining like terms, adding, subtracting, multiplying, dividing. That's the order we go in here for solving an equation. So, hey, guess what? These are examples about distribution. Guess what? I can distribute. First step, though, I'm going to draw my line. Look, I can distribute. Fascinating. Fascinating, fascinating. Okay, so my 3 goes to 3 times x. That goes into parentheses. Plus, remember, it's always going to be plus. 3 times 5 equals 21. Okay, so this turns into 3x plus 5, 10, 15. 15 equals 21. Okay, so we have combined, or we have distributed. Excellent. Look at you. So proud of you. Now, this is easy peasy. We know what to do here, don't we? We can't combine any like terms, but we certainly can add or subtract. We can subtract this 15 from both sides. Because remember, these guys start happening to both sides. That 3x comes down. Those 15s cancel. We got 3x equals 21. Oh, minus 15. 21 minus 15. Great moment for Desmos in your life, or Miss McNabb could just tell you that it's 6. Okay. And now I need to get rid of this 3. It's being multiplied by my x. I undo multiplication with division. 3, 3. Divide both sides by 3. That goes away. My x comes down. 6 divided by 3. Great moment for Desmos, or you could just say, hey, my teacher said it was 2, so it's 2. Okay, so our first step here was to distribute. Then we subtracted 15. and then we divided by 3. To check it, you're just going to substitute this 2 in for x, and it should equal 21. So you're going to put into Desmos 3, open parentheses because it's part of the expression, open another parentheses because we're doing a variable, 2, close parentheses, plus 5, close the other parentheses. And when you put that in, it should equal what? 21. Fun fact, it does. Go ahead and catch those notes. Pause if you need to. Okay, example 2. Let's see if we got it. Okay, we've got distribution, combining like terms, adding and subtracting, multiplying and dividing. I draw a line right here to remind myself that these 2 have to actually happen to both sides, and these only happen to one side. Right. And an arrow showing me how it goes. Okay, I am going to distribute my -2. So I've got -2 times x, -2 times -7. Okay. Whew, it's getting late, Miss McNabb. So, -2 times x, always plus, ooh, can she squeeze it in there? What do y'all think? Plus, open parentheses, -2 times 7, close parentheses. Whew. Oh, but it's times -7. So it's -2 times y'all, I can't do that. Okay. -2 times x, always plus, -2 times -7. There we go. If you're going to do it right. Right? Right. Okay. And that should equal 22. Now, -2 times x turns into -2x plus -2 times -7. Those are the same sign, so it's also going to be a plus. Plus plus gives us plus. So it's going to be a positive 2 times 7. Great moment for Desmos. It's 14 equals 22. Okay, this is familiar territory. We can do this. We distributed. Can't combine any like terms. Now let's look, can we add or subtract? You bet we can. Let's subtract that plus 14 from both sides. Oh my gosh, my gate wasn't big enough. Okay, these guys cancel out. My -2x comes down. 22 minus 14, excellent choice for Desmos in your life, or Miss McNabb could just tell you that it's 8. Now we have -2 times x equals 8. How do I undo multiplication? I undo it with division. Those cancel out. My x comes down. 8 divided by -2. 8 and -2 have different signs. Already I can tell you my answer is going to be negative. 8 divided by 2 is 4. Also a great opportunity for Desmos in your life. Remember, if you're dealing with negatives, just chuck it in Desmos. It's a lot easier. Okay, I need a shirt. Just chuck it in Desmos. Okay, to check this, we should be able to put -4 in for this x and get -22, or get 22, not -22. So -2, open parentheses again, -4, close parentheses, -7, close the other parentheses. That should equal 22. Okay. we forgot to write our steps. After we distributed, we subtracted 14. And then we divided by -2. Okay, go ahead and pause to get those notes if you'd like. Okay, example 3. Oh no, I can't do it. I can't do it. Miss McNabb, they put the variable on the other side. I can't do this. This is too much. Too bad. You have rules. Follow them. Distribution, combine like terms, adding and subtracting. Try to isolate that variable, multiplying and dividing, trying to isolate that variable. Draw that line to remind myself that these happen to one side and these have to happen to both sides. Draw my gate. Let's get started. Immediately, I can see that I can distribute because I've got a number right in front of my parentheses, so I can distribute my 5 to my x and my 5 to my -3. So 10 equals 5 times x, always plus, open parentheses, 5 times -3. Okay? 10 equals 5 times x, I know is 5x. And then this is going to be plus 5 times -3. I know because it's positive times negative, it's going to be negative. And it's going to be 15. Also, great opportunity to check that in Desmos. 5 times -3. If there's, I'm telling you, if there's negatives, just Desmos. Just Desmos. Always Desmos. Okay, and let's keep going. So this gives us 10 equals 5x minus 15. Now, I've distributed. Can I add or subtract anything to get my variable by itself? Yeah, absolutely I can. Plus 15, plus 15. 10 plus 15, great moment for Desmos. Or you could just say 25 because my teacher said so, equals 5x, because that 5x comes on down. Okay, now I have 5 times x, and I need to get rid of that 5. I undo multiplication with division. Okay, so 25 divided by 5, Desmos, or your teacher told you it's 5, equals, these cancel out, x comes down, x. Okay. To check it in Desmos. Let's do it. We have, check. You would put in 5, open parentheses again, because we're going to put our variable in, but instead of x, we're going to write 5, because those are equal. Close that parentheses, minus 3, close that parentheses. So we have 5, open parentheses, 5, close parentheses, minus 3, close parentheses. And that should equal 10. Try it out. See if it does. On this one, our first step was to distribute. Then see if you can figure out what we did. We added 15. Then we divided by 5. Y'all are so smart. Who's ready for the very last one? Y'all got this. Go ahead, do a little neck roll, stretch it out. Do like some shoulder shrugs. Like roll your shoulders back, roll them forward. Look to the left, look to the right, all that jazz. Okay, example 4. Hoo-ah, we're ready. Okay. Remember, I'm going to start with distribution, then I'm going to look for combining like terms, then I'm going to go for adding and subtracting, and I'm going to do multiplying and dividing last. All of this is I'm trying to get my variable by itself. I draw my line there to remind myself that these happen on one side and these happen to both sides. Okay? Let's draw our gate. Fascinating gate. What a good gate, Miss McNabb. Okay, first up, guess what? This lesson's about distribution, and I can distribute. So I have 6 goes to my x, and it goes to my 4. So I have 6 times x plus 6 times 4 equals, not 8, -8. 6 times x equals 6x plus 6 times 4. Great moment for Desmos. Or you could just say, my teacher told me it was 24. All that equals -8. Okay, so we've distributed, nothing we can combine. Now, let's add or subtract, doing stuff to both sides now. We can get rid of this plus 24 by subtracting 24. Okay, bring that 6x down, equals, and then -8 minus 24. I mean, excellent time for Desmos because it's just a lot of negatives and it's weird. Or your teacher could tell you for absolute certain that it's -32. Okay, now we have 6x, which is 6 times x. Got to get rid of that 6 times so I can divide both sides by 6. That leaves me with x equals -6. Not negative. Wait, -6? No, Miss McNabb. Oh, it's late, y'all. Put this in Desmos. Use your little fraction button. X equals -16 thirds. I broke my brain on that one. Forgot I put a fraction in there. Whew. Close one. To check it, you're going to take 6, open parentheses, -16 over 3, close parentheses, plus 4, close the other parentheses. Be careful when you're putting that one in Desmos. It could get tricky. And that should equal -8. And it does. There's how you check it. Let's talk about our steps. First step, we distributed. Then we subtracted 24 from both sides. Then we divided both sides by 6. Okay. You guys now have all of the notes. Guess what? You've got some practice. Woo! You got it. There are practice. Go ahead, work on them. There are, what am I trying to say? There are copies of my notes in the Unit 3 folder in Schoology. Y'all have a great time, and I will see you later.